twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good morning, folks. How are you today? I am your host, BKP, and you're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. It's not the size of the network, but the truth of the network, and you can find that here. Good morning, America. How are you? Good morning, Diane. It's good to be with you this morning. The storms have passed. Well, that's until you tune into today's show. Certain storms have passed, but there is a storm brewing. Wow. All right. So, folks out there, just a minute. You don't have to leave. You could stay. You don't have to leave. Diane, she works over here. I work over here. And every once in a while, I have to tell her things while you're in the room. Diane, I have to break something to you. Today may be it. It may be it. The Georgia Hour today, Diane, I thought in the past that I've done some programs that would be my last show. The Georgia Hour, Diane, it could be close. So I want to apologize to you in advance. If I'm just saying, you might want to think what's the name of your show?
All I have to say is the graphics look interesting.
Interesting. Ooh, the word of the day is interesting. I'm just saying, Diane, I wanted to give you full warning. I can't stand corruption. I can't stand it. And if I'm going to come on here and tell you on a daily basis that I'm not okay with drain the swamp is not a figure of speech to me. And the Georgia corruption, I fought it for years, and I think we have a chance. I really do. So anyhow, that's at 10 a.m. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss 10 a.m. the Georgia Hour. Now, let's get started this morning. So we have a big election today. Today's election day. Oh, it's April Fool's. It's April Fool's Day. April 1st. April Fool's Day. Has anyone ever played an April Fool's joke on you? Like a really good one? That happened to me April 1st. I'm going to say it was 1998. Was it 1998? I think it was 1998, April 1st, 1998. It was a real good one. I may get time to tell you that. But what I did, I thought it would be interesting. And what I did, and I'll show you in the show, is I keep a folder. And I do a backup. And I don't keep a flash drive in my pocket. So if I'm walking somewhere, there's no need to bump me off to take my flash drive. I do not keep a flash drive. But every day I build a folder of the day, and and I have the archives. So I went back. I said, I wonder on April 1st, my folder for that show on April 1st for 2024, what is in that folder? And I just thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to look. So we put a little bit of, we've got one little graphic that we're going to use about 8 or 9 pictures in a minute to show you this program and some of the highlights from April 1st, 2024. And maybe you will say, thank God Donald Trump is in office today. So we have Wisconsin. Now, Yogi Berra said, it's like deja vu, number 29, Diane. It's like deja vu all over again, right? I love that. I don't know if you enjoy. Oh, I got to get those paper towels out of there. Sorry about that. I don't like those in the shot. Yogi Berra's famous quip, it's deja vu all over again, right? Take that down. Thank you. So I'm listening, and so much is happening. Number 66. And I'm listening to what the media is talking about. Signalgate, right? White House closes investigation into Signal chat leak. And this is Mike Waltz from District 6 in Florida, right? And I was thinking to myself, NSA, Trump's administration just kicked off, right? So give me number 25. So Michael Flynn resigns as National Security Advisor. February 13th, 2027, New York Times. Michael T. Flynn, a National Security Advisor, resigned Monday night after it was revealed that he had misled Vice President Mike Pence and other top White House officials about his conversation with Russian ambassador to the United States. Mr. Flynn served in the job for less than a month. NSA. So Trump's first term, they went this direction. And excuse me, Mr. President, all due respect, your administration flinched. You probably had Mike Pence running in and advising you it's best now, right? It's best now to make this move. Get it out of the way. The administration is young. The last thing we need in the beginning of this administration is a scandal. That's it. Don't need it. Mike Pence, right? And Trump, that's Stephen Miller. He was not quite, follically challenged back then as he was, right? And there's Previs. So Previs, right, chief of staff, and Mike Pence were probably running in and saying, we don't need this. Let's move on. Wonder who pushed Pence in. Go do it. Go do it. You know this is the plan. Wonder who did that. Just say it. Deja vu all over again. Now let's go back to NSA, right? Signalgate is closed. It's a matter of closed, right? There he is. I thought I had another one. It's not a big deal. Where I do have another one I want to use if I can locate it, but it doesn't look like I can locate it. But anyhow, so Signalgate is closed. End of discussion. Number 37. Thank you. Mike Waltz, NSA director. You see, the difference here is no one ran in and said, like, there was no Mike Pence. There was no Previs, chief of staff. In fact, did any of you out there watch Susie Wiles' interview, chief of staff? It was enjoyable. You forget she was or is the late Pat Summerall's daughter. Anyhow, it was quite, but no one ran in to say, Mr. President, I think we need to get him out of here. I'm just saying it's very interesting that the first scandal, now number 58, pay attention. Langford calls for Inspector General to investigate Signalgate. You see, they're not going to give up. They're not going to give up. Michael Flynn, right? They're not going to give up. Number 59. This is how it all starts. Trump knows, when I say knows better, he's ready this time. White House says Signal case is closed as investigations grow, right? They're growing investigation calls for Signal Gate. Number 66, White House closes investigation into Signal chat leak, right? Close the investigation. I'm telling you. So anyhow, that's how it all begun. Just deja vu all over again, right? I'm just trying to tell you, buckle up if you haven't already. Now, so here's another one. Ready? Now, what they want you to believe, and I want to do this right out of the box for a reason, because I despise the deep state corporate corrupt media, and they can't tell the truth, and they lie. I mean, everything about it is a lie. Now, we have right here, give me number 11. Now, this is the counterpart. I forget his name. He is the counterpart to, is he defense? I think he's Secretary of State. He's the counterpart to Marco Rubio. I think Sergei Lavrov in Russia. But he's from China, and he is over there in Russia. And here is the interesting part of this. Let's see, I have it here, right? Now, we're not going this direction yet. I just want to show you something. So if you're listening to a narrative out there that is nothing but lies, give me number 4. China has entered in. Now, not that they, you remember, China is where Putin and Xi Jinping had the meeting, right? Where? The Olympics, right? And Xi Jinping said, look, hold back. I get it. You don't have to put up with this whole NATO crap on your doorstep. Just hold back. Wait till everybody gets a gold medal, silver or bronze. Wait till we go through all the Olympic Village and tap all the phones and get all the data. Let us do our work here, and then you can go into Ukraine. Remember that? So China has been weaved in the loop from day one. China has said to Russia-Ukraine conflict, the Russia-Ukraine conflict must be resolved through negotiations. And last year, alongside Brazil, presented a 6-point proposal, for the diplomatic solution in his, all right, China is ready to play a constructive role in the settlement of the conflict. If you think that they're just going to sign away all the minerals, if you think they're going to leave Zelensky in place, okay, we're going to get to that in a minute. But the tariffs. Now, what you are hearing is all of this talk concerning the tariffs and what it's going to be. And it's going to be a tax increase, right? A tax increase. That's what you hear, this massive tax increase. And Trump, but it's not about a tax increase. The tariffs have there's a little bit of depth about these tariffs. And it's just not the fact that America's been ripped off. But I want to show you something right out of the box. I think this is the only place you're going to hear it this morning. All right. And this is why I do like Donald J. Trump. This is why. Not because he's trolling the media about a third term. No, that's not it. Has nothing to do with it. This could, because he's solid. When he tells you something, he's very solid. Now, remember this. Okay, I want to get to this. Sorry about that, Diane. Remember this right here. And because they don't want you, okay, Donald Trump come into office. They think he plays stunts, but he's not. Number 22. Now, do you remember when Trump pardoned? Trump pardons 23 pro-life activists convicted of FACE Act violations, right? So the Biden administration went through, and they should have not been prosecuted. Many of them are elderly people, he told reporters. This is a great honor to sign this. Remember when he signed that? All right. And he pardoned 23 pro-lifers. Give me number 23. Remember when this mother, Bevelyn Williams, with a 2-year-old daughter, we played the video here of her being released and reuniting with her husband and daughter. Remember, the Manhattan federal court sentenced her, a 33-year-old pro-life activist, to 3 years and 5 months in prison for violating the freedom of access to clinic entrance. So right here in this country, freedom of access, meaning Biden was throwing them. Biden, Merrick Garland, they were throwing these people in jail left and right. This lady was outside. Now, they passed a law, you cannot obstruct an entrance to a murder/abortion clinic in America. You can't do that. So, and you're not supposed to get up in someone's face that's going in there and whatever. You're not supposed to. So that's the claim they made when they put the act in place, calling it the freedom of access to the clinic. All right. That was their claim for doing it. But that's not how they used it. These are people that were outside abortion clinics praying. They were praying outside, just praying. That's all they were doing, was praying. Okay? Biden and them rounding them up. Now, if you round up 17 murderers, if you round up 17 gang members, if you round up 17 people terrorizing your neighborhood and ship their ass off somewhere, The media will break all hell loose and cry for you. If you have tattoos, it's okay. You want a damn tattoo, get your damn tattoo. But if you got tattoos on your face, your ears, your neck, you have the tattoo that signifies that you completed a murder, all of that. The media will cry tears. They will find liberal judges. They will protect you in every way whatsoever. Pray outside of an abortion clinic in the Biden administration and they will toss your ass in jail. Right? Now, so tariffs. What's this got to do with tariffs, BKP? I think you've really gone out there this time. Oh, you think so? Oh, so you think so, do you? Well, number 8. This is a true story. It's not April Fool's, right? The Telegraph. No free trade with U.S. without free speech. Stammer warned. Prime Minister's hope for avoiding Donald Trump's tariffs may hinge on a case of pro-life activists arrested for peaceful protest. Would Donald Trump do that? So give me number 16. This is the report from over there. Number 16. I had to do a little, song before I got there. Donald Trump rejects Keir Starmer's 11th hour call to avoid trade war as pleading. Please, Donald, please. Pleading Prime Minister faces free speech snub. This is published April, 1st. This was published today, which today was a couple hours ago over there, but it's today here, but it's still today when this was published. So, Prime Minister pledged to smash the gangs, right? Donald Trump rejected. Now, give me number 17. Downing Street sources have conceded they are likely to be hit with the controversial tariff plan. Now, remember when they went nuts because, in front of our allies, right there, J.D. Vance discussed his concerns with free speech in the UK, rounding people up, attacking white males. Right? Sir Keir Starmer was hit with a brutal rejection by President Donald Trump as the Prime Minister failed to bid for Britain to be excluded from the new tariffs. Hey, Donald, we're friends, closest friends. I came over there, gave you a letter from the king. How about us? Cut us out. No. It comes as the United States State Department issued a statement saying it was concerned about freedom of expression in the United Kingdom, with a source telling the Telegraph there should be no free trade without free speech. The concerns from Washington Centra around the case of Liva, Bolt, I can't get her name, who was prosecuted for holding a sign, holding a sign near an abortion clinic. Here to talk if you want. That's all she said. She held a sign near an abortion clinic that said, I'm here to talk if you want. If you want to talk before you go in, I'm here. Right? The case is coming up Friday. Number 18, the case is set to return a verdict on Friday, with the U.S. State Department saying it was monitoring the situation. Meanwhile, the Sun reports Starmer invited Trump to visit the UK in June to sign a new limited trade deal that would dodge new export taxes. Now, there's a couple things that are rolling out here. I'm all in favor of the tariffs. I'm all in favor of the tariffs. They were on there scaring the hell out of you. It's a tax. It's a tax. But these same people that cry for gang members and murderers, these same people that cry about a tax and what it could cost you and I don't want to pay more for anything, never took our back. Never defended us, never cried for us during the Biden administration COVID tax increase. What COVID tax increase? You know, the one that if you paid $1 for something, it ended up costing $2. So that dollar tax, you remember that one? And then on top of that, right, if your state has in your county an 8%, right, an 8% tax rate, now that it was from $1 to $2, you paid 16 cents in tax. So you paid an extra 8 cents in tax on a product that in the Trump first administration you paid $1.08 for. Now you paid $2.16 for. Was that too simple for you? The math out in Yerba Linda, California, as Trump would Rush used to say. Is that simple math or Common Core? They never cried for us over that. They never felt bad for us over that. They would bring that jackass Stephen Ratner from MSNBC to show us charts where things were getting better. I will tell you this, Trump has them on edge over tariffs. Well, the stock market, relax. You watched the stock market crash in 2008. You've watched it crash before in your lifetime if you're my age. You've heard them call it a correction. You'll be okay. If you had a 401k in 2008 and it crashed, I'm sorry. I really am. I hate it for you. I'm okay with the tariffs. I'm okay with it. Because I know this is a double edge. These people are a nervous wreck. Reciprocal tariffs, I could show you all day long where they're all running around. Trump is not going to flinch on this. I do not think so. They're all running around like they're in boardrooms all over the world. Do we move to America? Do we open a plant? Do we buy a company there so we can manufacture there? What do we do? India, do we start letting American products on our shelf? It's all over. It's Liberation Day tomorrow. Anyhow, so, meanwhile, the Sun reports Stammer invited Trump. New limited trade deal that would dodge these new tax exports. Number 19, meanwhile, the Sun reports Stammer invited Trump to visit the UK in June, right? However, the Prime Minister was reportedly snubbed on Sunday evening as the two leaders failed to reach any resolution beyond Trump saying he would look into the details of the planned economic pact. Sunday night, Stammer's on the phone crying. They're crying over in the UK. Yes, they are crying, and I don't care. Cry. Please. Hey, Trump, no, absolutely not. No. I throw Zelensky out. You hug his ass the next day on Downing Street, and you have him wave to me, do a nice little FU to America, and now I'm supposed to say, oh, hi, my friend? You must have lost your damn mind. I can hear Trump, right? Boom. No. I'll tell you what. Send me this plan you got coming up. I'll look it over. While Downing Street insiders said An exemption was never directly asked for during the prime minister's update with the president on the status of negotiations. Another source told The Sun Stammer had pleaded. Oh, I love to hear him cry. Pleaded for more time for the UK and US to sort things out. But Donald, I'll give you a letter from the king. Yeah, I don't care. Yo, king. All right. Labor's hope was to avoiding the Republican controversial tariff plan are fading as it's set to be put in motion April 2nd, which Trump has dubbed Liberation Day. So this is, give me number 20. This is from the UK. Which one was this? Is this The Sun, right? Pro-life campaigner grateful for U.S. intervention in clinic buffer zone case. They have their laws called the buffer zone. There's a buffer zone. All she was doing was holding a sign right there, going in, holding the sign, the court saying, I'm here to talk if you want. All right. Awaiting the verdict after being accused of breaching the buffer zone outside the clinic. Number 21, a woman who is being prosecuted for the alleged breach of the buffer zone abortion clinic has said she is grateful after the United States State Department expressed concerns over the case. Pro-life campaigner was on trial at Pools Magistrate Court last month, accused of breaching the public space. You know, here's the thing. The case involved a 64-year-old holding up a sign, here to talk if you want. So here's the bottom line, right? When you are told, number 22, that Donald Trump is doing certain things for a stunt, right? When you're told that, when you see this right here, that Trump pardons 23 pro-life activists convicted of FACE Act violations in America, praying. You want free trade? You want free trade? Well, I tell you what, we'll make a deal. So we're going to go take a break. I just had to show you that. I had to show you that because they're not going to tell you that. They're going to talk about this tax, and this tax, and what it's going to cost America, right? Folks, I'm concerned about the elections today. We'll talk about that. But I'm very hopeful that my children and yours and my grandchildren and yours may have the opportunity at the American dream. You know, how many of you had a phone call? I had a phone call not long ago, and it was a mother explaining to me what a great job her son has, but him and the wife can't buy a home. They just can't afford it. All right, so I'm driving through Atlanta Saturday, back to Studio A here. Give me number 33, and this billboard's in Atlanta, right on 75, right? And I look up, I couldn't get a picture because, well, I'm not driving that fast because it's through Atlanta and I'm in traffic, but I can't get the phone and get a picture and in time. And I'm like, wow, I need to show someone, right? So this billboard is in Atlanta. So immediately I call a family member. Bring. That's me calling a family member. I said, you know what? Canada is paying for a sign in Atlanta, Canada, right? Tariffs are a tax on hardworking Americans paid for by Canada. Canada funds anti-tariff billboards in Metro Atlanta. I was like, seriously? Canada's nervous. All right, let's take a break. When we get back, you know what? I'm trying to think what's the title of the Georgia Hour. Lies, corruption, dirty deeds. I don't know, but it's going to be a large one come 10 o'clock. I'll be back right after these messages. Tariffs, liberation.
When Truck Month is here, the Silverados disappear at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Pick your Silverado 1500 Crew Cab and save up to $12,500. And if you think the discount is big, wait till you see the selection. Come save up to $12,500 off Silverado 1500 Crew Cabs at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender. We take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP, and you're watching BKP Politics on Voice of Rural America.com. This is a news flash for Sea to Shining Sea. I know all of America, and Diane, I'd like to get this tweeted out ASAP. If we can get somebody to work on this, I'll have something to go with it briefly, but I'd like to just get something out really fast. The Curling versus Raffensperger case in front of Judge Totenberg. Ready? Curling versus Raffensperger case in front of Judge Totenberg. Judge Totenberg dismissed the case. All right? Yes, you heard me correctly. Judge Totenberg, you've waited for almost a year. This is the case that we all met. What's his name? The guy, the Halderman, right? Halderman report. Remember that, America? The Halderman report. Remember when he took, a pen or something and showed the judge how to crack the code and get into a Dominion voting machine right in front of the judge. Remember all of that? Well, that case, Curling versus Raffensperger, Judge Totenberg dismissed that case. God almighty. You just can't. I tell you what. Oh, my God. But we will continue with our efforts here this morning. Now, and I have the decision in my mailbox. So I have the decision in my mailbox. I'll get it to you on the next break. So if you want to see the decision, we'll get that up. I'll send that to Diane. We'll start getting that out. We'll get a clip on the show. So this show is very fluid and it's moving. Now, I want to show you this because I said in the last clip, I'm your host, BKP. Welcome to BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. 10 o'clock, the Georgia hour. So I said in the first segment, we're going to talk about the tariffs in a minute, all right? But they will cry. They've gone to judges. They've done everything. Give me number one. They will absolutely, they're in tears, trying to protect these savages. Absolutely in tears, trying to protect these savages. Trey Diagua, and I'll remember the first time I heard of Trey Diagua, Bill Quinn sent it to me, the Georgia Record. He sent me some videos I'll never forget. And out in Colorado, Aurora, Colorado, and remember the media ran defense for that. Remember that? The media ran defense for that. Now, Diane, I'm going to reach in. Okay, so just to let you know, I'm going to reach into the A list for this story. And I'm going to tell you right now, so you know, in fairness to you, because I told you we went back to April of last year. Okay? And I want to show you something. And I'm going to tell you which ones I want, Diane, on the April Fool's 2024. I'm going to want, not right now, I'm going to ask you for A4 and A5. Just, that's it, A4 and A5. So let's go back to the regular numbers, and you'll understand what I'm talking about in a moment, folks. So they will sit in tears and cry about these savages. U.S. transfers 17 dangerous criminals to El Salvador prison in joint operation. All right. And this is Tren de Agua, and MS-13 gangs. Give me video 10. Give me number 2. So we have, and I tell you, they are absolutely in tears, and you will see. I have another one. I want you to leave that up there. Okay. U.S. officials transfer 17 Tren de Agua, right, and MS-13 terrorist gang members Sunday evening. Marco Rubio says they're out of here. The New York Times, number 60, U.S. deports more detainees in El Salvador, calling them violent criminals. They forgot to put MS-13 on there. Yes, they forgot to say MS-13 on that, right? They forgot. I guess they ran out of room and they can only put so much. So let me just remind you, as we're getting these people out, Donald Trump continues to keep these promises. Now, I know what they're going to say. They're going to say, you know what? These tariffs, because that's all they're going to say all day long. These taxes. You know, I think Laken Riley's parents, if they paid a little more on something today, now I'm not okay with increasing the prices of anything. I want gas, I want it down now. Groceries now. I get it. But I think Laken Riley's parents, if given the opportunity to pay just a little more on something so they could keep their daughter if still alive, if her daughter was still alive, or keep neighbors or people safe. Now, this time last year, give me the first. I don't know the numbers I gave you. Reach into the A. I want you to look at something. A whatever. I gave you two of them. Go with the first one. All right. This is okay. Now watch. This is out of my folder that I brought to this show. This is on the show folder for April 1st, 2024. 1 year ago. This is in my folder. That was coming across in Mexico. That was Fox News Sunday, the day before April 1st, 2024, on this program. That's the graphic I used. Coming this way. Murderers, rapists, gang members, all the above, headed for our border. They're not coming anymore. In fact, they're afraid. The judges are stopping this, right? They're crying over these murderers and these thugs and these criminals. But I will tell you this, Donald Trump has sent quite the message around the world and the border and in America. And give me the next one on the A list. On April 1st, 2024, a year ago, I put this graphic on this screen. Astonishing moment. Denver city officials urge illegal migrants to flood New York and Chicago because they'll give you more handouts, better jobs, and long-term shelter. Remember, just a year ago, there were so many coming in these cities, they were begging, like, go somewhere else. Not anymore. These same cities are, like, we're not letting Donald Trump come in here. We're not letting ICE in here. We're not going to cooperate with ICE. Well, 17. Keep sending them to El Salvador. Lock them up. All right, so take that down. All right, I just wanted to show you that as they continue to cry. Now, the election. I tell you what, let's do this. Let's go. We'll talk about Taiwan and the election after the break. That'll put us right at the 9 o'clock hour. I'm going to try to get focused and stay focused. So at 10 a.m., I am ready. There's no session. Georgia does not have a legislative session today. What they're doing is they're in there picking out the bills to put on the floor for Wednesday and Friday. That's it. Friday, sine die at midnight. So the Georgia hour will have just that, a full hour of, well, we'll call it Georgia GOP Inc. corruption. 1 hour today, not 22 minutes. We have some breaking news. That we're going to be putting out in that hour. We're working on a story that is just, I will tell you this. Remember when the media started with Donald Trump and Zelensky on the phone call and said quid pro quo? And I had to go rush and look it up to see what it meant, right? I think we have a quid pro quo. Does that mean you do something for me, I'll do something for you? That may be taking place in the Georgia. You remember I'll tell you what, the first time I was in a meeting and somebody said arbitrage. I said, what the hell, arbitrage? I had to run home and read up on that for an hour. Just having fun. Now, so we're going to be back. We're going to talk about Wisconsin. And we're going to talk about Wisconsin. No, I'm not going to do it right now. I thought about doing it. And we're going to talk about Taiwan. We better get out of here so we can get back. Take us a break.
Truck month is here, the Silverados disappear at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Pick your Silverado 1500 Crew Cab and save up to $12,500. And if you think the discount is big, wait till you see the selection. Come save up to $12,500 off Silverado 1500 Crew Cabs at Days Chevrolet in Jasper.
Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done.
Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting edge digital technology and state of the art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second to none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, we're back. Oh, I'm your host, BKP. Diane, I am cropping some things out here. I just want to, let's see. Hang tight, Diane. Give me just a minute. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. voiceofruralamerica.com. It's not the size of the network, but the truth of the network. Okay. Diane, I'm getting ready to send you 2 pictures. And again, I want to get these out. I want to get this one. I want to get both of these out. Get some help, whatever. These are big. They need to go across the state. They need to be on Facebook pages, all the above. I mean, and like I said, I have the entire order in front of me. Coming your way, Diane. When you get them, please size them and have them ready. Boy, I'm awful bossy, right? You're awful bossy today. But this is breaking news, and Diane and I know, we both together know that the show is very fluid and something could happen during the breaking news. So, Diane, immediately when you get that up, I mean, I got to talk tariffs. I got to talk Taipei. I've got to talk the election, but this is national and it's big here in Georgia. So the opening one, and then you have the dismissal. Just go ahead with that on the screen. Folks, in Georgia, we have waited for a long time for a decision. And I don't feel... we talk about judges. So think about this, okay? The importance, as I bring you this story of the Wisconsin Supreme Court. Now, when yesterday, Elon Musk, I'm going to put this together in this segment, when Elon Musk said, and we played it, this is our very existence of humanity is on the line. Remember that? People say, what a large statement. Humanity's on the line. The power of Congress in Wisconsin, right? The Wisconsin Supreme Court. The power of Congress is on the line. So just how important, and these judges. So I don't have to go into a 30-minute, but most of us know. Now, this is Donna Curling, right? As known as the Curling case versus Brad Raffensperger in the United States District Court for the Northern District of Georgia, Atlanta Division. Opinion and order. Now, we waited, right? Was it February of last year? I know we're like over a year now that this case was heard before Judge Totenberg, and it sit there, and it could have laid the groundwork. It could have laid the groundwork for getting a different election system in Georgia before the presidential race. It could lay the groundwork for what we need now. Now, I'm going to tell you something. There's absolutely no coincidence. It's bullshit. I'm sorry, Mom, if you're listening and you get mad. It is flat out bullshit, okay? Now, we're in the middle of the Georgia legislative session, right? Middle. And we don't want to manipulate anything. We don't want to interfere, right? We don't want to drive our legislators in a certain direction. So what do we do? What do we do the day before or the day of they're trying to finalize election legislation in Georgia. What do they do? Oh, they release a ruling in the curling case from Judge Totenberg. Go to the next one. Now, this is 20-some pages long that she writes an opinion, and it's out there. You can get this. As plaintiffs do not have standing. What the hell? What the? I'm serious. I know what you're thinking. You're like, jaw dropping. What? What? As plaintiffs do not have standing, the court lacks jurisdiction to consider the merits of the plaintiff's claim. What? I'm not joking. This is not an April Fool's joke. It's not. This is real. This case is therefore dismissed, and the clerk is directed to close the case. It is ordered the 31st day of March, last night. This came out last night. Amy Totenberg, son of a biscuit eater. Holy smokes. You know, let me say this. This reminds me of that case down there. Garland Favorito, what's that case? Brian Amiro. You remember that one? Judge Brian Amiro? Where they heard the case for months on end. Then determined no standing. Let me say this. Not to convolute what standing means, but if you go into court, the very first act of any judge in a case should be determining if you're in the right court, if you're the right person to bring this case, if everything checks off the box. Then you move forward. You don't listen to a case. You don't listen to witnesses. You don't have evidence presented. You don't take a year in making a decision and say, well, you don't have standing. I dismissed it. Judge Totenberg could have determined standing on day one on whether the plaintiff could even bring this case forward. You can't make this up, folks. You cannot make this up. That's why the Wisconsin Supreme Court case is enormous. Now, let's go into that momentarily. Let's take this together. I'm sorry, Diane. I don't know. I'm trying to recover from this. I mean, if she would have made up any other reason, this is the final page. This is the ruling that she signed. This is the last page. That's it. Final page, there's 23 pages. So, Wisconsin. The cheesehead himself. Give me number 31. Oh, I don't know, Diane. I am trying to... Elon Musk visited the CIA to discuss Doge measures. Now we're gonna tie this to Wisconsin Supreme Court. Relax. All right. Now just throw me out number 83. Elon Musk reveals Doge new target members of Congress who got strangely wealthy. So yesterday, we played for you here on the program, the town hall that Elon Musk held, cheesehead and all, in Wisconsin for this Supreme Court election, right? number 63. And we showed you the video, 5-minute video of Social Security, illegals, Social Security, all right? And how illegals are voting, all the above. We showed you that video. Then we also showed you yesterday the video where he said, you know, these people are going to D.C. and getting $200,000 a year and leaving worth $20 million. We're looking at that. I thought this was interesting, a little play on words. So let me roll this out as Elon Musk emerges as sometimes the main character in Wisconsin court race. So the Musk of it, one of my favorites. This was smooth, video 6. Not the Musk of it.
Do they have concerns about the Musk of it all? Because the focus really at this point doesn't feel like it's on the candidates. It feels like it's on the billionaire backing one of the candidates.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you talk to any Democrat from the delegation, there's only 2. But, they will say that basically Elon Musk is trying to buy this election.
So they want to lead you to believe that Elon Musk, the Musk of it all. That was my favorite of the morning. The Musk of it all. They're trying to lead you to believe that Elon Musk, the billionaire, is trying to buy this race. They conveniently leave out George Soros and Illinois Governor Pritzker. Pritzker's a billionaire. So Pritzker, the Illinois governor, now we were going to get into the race, okay? The corruption. Now, they want this leftist that has already committed to gerrymandering the race. I mean, the congressional districts, number 36. So these are the 2 candidates out in Wisconsin, Susan Crawford and Brad Schimmel. Now, Schimmel has been endorsed. By Donald Trump. Elon Musk is spending millions of dollars in support of Schimmel's candidacy, Wisconsin Supreme Court. Susan Crawford has been very clear that she could be instrumental in changing the district, the lines, to where Wisconsin would lose 2 Republicans in Congress. Big race. So Crawford, let's get that one first. Video 7, Susan Crawford.
Today's election. Speaking to NBC News' Shaq Brewster, Liberal candidate Susan Crawford had this to say about the amount of money Musk has poured into the race.
He has spent over $22 million and counting on this race, and it is just unprecedented. This has never happened before in any kind of state judicial race or even any state race at all that I know of. Elon Musk is coming into the state of Wisconsin to try to buy a seat on the Wisconsin Supreme Court. I think people across the country should be pretty worried about that.
Meanwhile, conservative candidate Brad Schimmel responded to criticism after Musk gave out 2 $1 million checks at an event on Sunday night.
He can do whatever he wants with his money. That's his money. It's not my business. If there's a problem with this, that's somebody else's problem to work out. It's not mine. It's not my business. If I gave somebody $1,000, my wife would have a talking to with me. But that's not my problem.
Joining us now.
Now I agree with Schimmel. It's his business. He can do what he wants. I mean, I'm running a campaign. He could do what he wants. But catch the $22 million and Crawford saying that Elon Musk is in Wisconsin trying to buy a seat, right? And so that's what you will hear. Let me show you a couple graphics. So 22 million. Well, wait a minute. There's something, I don't know, it's not adding up. Let's go ahead with video 8. I think, yeah, video 8.
Race that has drawn national attention. Conservative Brad Schimmel, a former state attorney general and current circuit court judge, is backed by billionaire Elon Musk. He's facing off against liberal Susan Crawford, a former prosecutor who is also a current circuit court judge. Musk has become a main character in this race, holding rallies in support of Schimmel, while he and groups he funds have combined to spend more than $21 million on this race, which is now the most expensive judicial contest in U.S. history. During a tele-rally last night, Musk bashed federal judges whose rulings have impeded President Trump's policies.
But we've got this issue with judges that are activists. They're not judges. They're just pretending to be judges. They're just politicians wearing judges' robes. And that's a huge problem. In fact, I think that's just generally a problem. It's not just a challenge with tomorrow's election in Wisconsin, but with the federal judges, where it's like, hey guys, you're really undermining faith. Like, these judges are undermining faith in the legal system because they're supposed to be objective, but they're clearly not being objective. They're being just politicians. And this is not right. We should have an independent judicial system where it's not a matter of politics.
Interesting. Once again, a lot of truth. The truth bomb. Now, for the Musk of it all, I'm going to be using the Musk of it all. In the Musk of it all, she said 21 million, 22. Crawford said potato. She said potato. What's the difference, right? Number 42. Now, CNN, they've got a little different. They don't say this, but they show 75 million overall spending, 51 million previous U.S. record for judicial election. 75 million bucks spent on a judicial seat. 75 million. Send the brother $1,000. 70. Now, in 75 million, they're saying Musk has 21, 22 million, give or take a million invested. Did they forget to tell you? Did they forget to tell you that George Soros has millions of dollars invested? Is that what they forgot to tell you? Did they forget to tell you that Pritzker out of Illinois, Governor Pritzker out of Illinois, a billionaire, has millions of dollars invested in this race? Did they forget to tell you that? I don't know. Number 64, Wisconsin Supreme Court candidates make final push amid high spending, right? So it's almost like they forgot to tell you that George Soros and Pritzker out of Illinois, there's more liberal money going into this race than Elon Musk. So we will see at the end of the day, all right? We'll see at the end of the day. Now, we have the 2 districts in Florida. So I told you yesterday, you remember this, Diane? It seems like it was just yesterday. You should remember it because it was. I think it was, what's today? Is today Tuesday? Okay, today's Tuesday. Ooh! I can do it in the next break. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to take the garbage out. Oh my God, am I in trouble? So anyhow, today's Tuesday. I just remembered it's garbage day and I didn't take it out. So that being said, yesterday, I told you what was going on in Florida. That they were spending enormous amounts of money. Remember? I told you this yesterday. Enormous amounts of money going into Florida. In District 6 and District 1. Now, they can't win these districts, Democrats. But if they can show a narrow gap, they're investing not to win. Told you that yesterday. Right here. Democrats are investing in Florida races, congressional races, not to win them, to shrink it so they can build a narrative and get the media to carry water that Americans are upset with Donald Trump. They're trying to hurt they're trying to hurt America, period. So here you go. Let's go with Florida. Let's see what we have here right out of the box. Give me 41. I think that's what I want, 41. Florida special elections, 1st District and 6th District. Now, the 6th District, as you can see there, that district was held by Mike Waltz, NSA director. So that one's up for grabs. Randy Fine, the Republican there. And then in the 1st District, Jimmy Petronas, as you can see there, the 1st District in Florida, that was Matt Gaetz. Now, both of these very large Trump wins in these districts. So if the Democrats could just shrink this a little bit, they could build a narrative, right? I told you that. The whole thing, a narrative. So let's go with video 5.
Red congressional seats. It comes amid growing concerns from Republicans that both races may be a little closer than expected. Republicans say they expect to win both races, but some are concerned that Democratic outperformance could fuel a narrative that Democrats have the momentum going into the 2026 midterms. Momentum that Democrats have been hoping to regain in Florida for a while now.
See, Elise Stefanik, New York, there's no coincidence. The special election in Pennsylvania, a 15-point Trump district, right? State senator there, a Democrat won the district. They have made a mountain out of that. Elise Stefanik, no longer U.S. UN representative, pulled in New York. They've made a big deal out of that. Now these races, they're pouring money in there so they could build a narrative. If they could just shrink this, if they can win Wisconsin tonight, they won the special election in Pennsylvania. They got Elise Stefanik pulled off, and she's safe up there in New York. And if they can just narrow the gap in Florida, watch how fast the media sets a narrative that people are not happy, Americans are not happy with Donald Trump, and they're already looking at a different direction and setting the tone for what? 2026. Video 9, Morning Joe, a little narrative on that.
Outraised his Republican opponent by millions of dollars. Republicans say they expect to win both races, but some are concerned a Democratic outperformance could fuel a narrative that Democrats have the momentum going into the 2026 midterms. This could be
The momentum. They've outraised. Democrats have outraised. They're pouring money in for just momentum. Wait a minute. Now, I want to show you something. Diane, I might want to reach into the A's. No, I had one this morning that showed Joe Biden outraised Donald Trump money. All right, the narrative set. We've got 3 elections. We're watching this for the narrative. When we return, tariffs, Russia, China, Taiwan, Taipei, whatever. Take a break.
When Truck Month is here, the Silverados disappear at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Pick your Silverado 1500 Crew Cab and save up to $12,500. And if you think the discount is big, wait till you see the selection. Come save up to $12,500 off Silverado 1500 Crew Cabs at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, we are back. I am your host, BKP, and you're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Quite an interesting day at 10 o'clock. Don't miss the Georgia Hour. Now, the Georgia State Legislature, they are off today. They're not in session. So the Georgia Hour will be dedicated. It'll be quite a swamp draining moment, that hour. It'll be an hour of, we're going to pull the plug on that damn Georgia swamp. Anyhow, so we're showing this at the top or bottom of every hour as we come back. It's a shocking morning here. Give me 112. Most of Americans, not just Georgians, have followed the curling Raffensperger. Almost everybody in America that keeps up the curling Raffensperger case. There's no coincidence that the judgment, the ruling came out yesterday. I can't say judgment. That's, you get a judgment. Give me number 113. Judge Totenberg dismissed the case. Dismissed the case, and the clerk is directed to close this case. Amy Totenberg. All right, anyhow, take that down. So, Liberation Day tomorrow. Liberation Day tomorrow, as Trump calls it. So, for mental illness, you hear a lot about mental illness, and something should be done about mental illness. And it should have gender dysphoria, right? Gender dysphoria is a mental illness. And right under there, we must have Trump derangement syndrome. It must be a mental illness. Now, Trump said he thought about running for a third term, and it's messed them up for 2 straight days. I mean, it has messed them up for 2 straight days. I just have to say that, okay? So, give me, let's go through here. Listen to the opening of MSNBC video 1. Just listen to this as I'm searching out.
We're just some Republican senators echoing President Trump's sentiment that Americans could feel some short-term pain from the trade war. This as others in their own party may team up with Democrats to oppose Trump's blanket tariffs on Canada. The question is, will any of it sway the president? Plus, as Trump seems to lay the groundwork for a third term, Republicans are downplaying the notion that he would actually pursue it, even though he said he's not joking. The question is, should the GOP take him seriously? And what are the options that he's even looking at? Also ahead, we're following the high-stakes election in Wisconsin, where the Supreme Court race is heating up, and 2 special elections in Florida, where the outcome could further narrow the majority in the House. The question is, are today's elections a key test for the Republican Party and for Trump's agenda? It's way too early for this.
Number 49. Trump derangement syndrome. Trump said he's considering a third term, and they've lost it. They totally have lost it. Number 50, the 22nd Amendment. No person shall be elected to office of the president more than twice. Losing it, right? Let's see if I have another one. They're coming unglued concerning his whole question of a third term. Video 4.
Doubling down on the idea that he could serve a third term in office. Watch.
People are asking me to run, and there's a whole story about running for a third term. I don't know. I never looked into it. They do say there's a way you can do it, but I don't know about that, but I have not looked into it. I want to do a fantastic job. We have 4 years, just about, almost close to 4 years. Time is flying, but it's still close to 4 years.
Okay, so Trump considers tomorrow Liberation Day. I just had to put that up. I mean, they've lost their mind. Trump derangement syndrome. He messes with them so bad. So let's go into the Liberation Day of the tariffs. Now, we've already we showed you this morning in the opening that the UK is actually just really crying. No joke. They are in tears, in actual tears over the tariffs. Number 28, the New York Times, crucial week for the Trump tariffs and the state elections will test his momentum. Now, the tariffs, we've talked about that. This will work. And we showed you the UK is in tears. India is talking to us about reciprocal tariffs. Now, they treat everything as though this is horrible, but Trump has simply said, look, it's going to be reciprocal. You know, April 2nd, right? April 2nd, Liberation Day. April 3rd, on automobiles. This is a risky one, and I'll tell you it is. I get that. But who better to be in office to take that risk? And we have to bring back an entire industry. One of the largest industries at one time in the United States and the world. He's making a move. I like it. I like it. There are already discussions of building manufacturing steel in this country. So, I showed you this. Canada, number 33, tariffs are a tax. Canada funds anti-tariff billboards. Canada is in fear. Oh, they're in total fear. All right. America first. Number 39, Trump teases Liberation Day. Number 40. After you get that one, we'll go in. I know you got it. No, 39. I hope that's not 39. Did I mess that up? Thank you, Diane. I was really trying to count this morning. Number 40. Trump teases Liberation Day, right? The tariffs. And 45. Trump teases Liberation Day. Now, Democrats were on the floor all night long. Number 44, all night long, not filibustering. You filibuster a bill, but they were just there all night long. I mean, front desk, yeah, bring up the extra strength, the extra padded, the extra absorbent depends. I got to stay on the floor tonight, all right? I know. You didn't, you're like, oh no, number 46. Maker's Mark. Liberation Day. So as Trump is looking at, here you go, number 51, GOP senators line up with Democrats to oppose Trump's Canada tariffs. Now, what they're trying to do is pass a resolution. A resolution is useless. Useless. It's not a bill. So they're going to make noise. 52, Trump's tariffs announcement remains largely a mystery. Now, they don't want to talk about what we call, and Trump lets you know, reciprocal. And what that means is, here's another one. 61, the surprising winners and losers from Trump's auto tariffs. We played all that yesterday. We win. They lose. End of story. That's how Trump plays it. If you're a country out there and you have a 200% tariff on our products, you will have a 200% tariff on your products. Simple as that. They continue to talk about our farmers and our meat processing and so forth. Are you talking about the meat processing that China owns in this country? That they came here and bought our meat processing plants and they send that meat back? Anyhow, moving right along. They talk about the tariffs. We have manufacturers, meat processing, our farmers cannot trade with countries because of their tariffs, and they won't allow our products on the shelf. Let's see what else I have on the tariffs as we wrap that up. Now, number 70, the Wall Street Journal. I told you this morning, a $6 trillion Trump tax increase. Right? A $6 trillion Trump tax increase. Oh, man alive. So, as I said, when you know the product, you paid $1, we use the dollar, we'll do it one more time. When you paid the $1, I'm going to be in Georgia, 8% tax. So you gave the clerk, cashier, I don't know what the hell they're called anymore, all right? The individual that can't count back change, okay, you gave that person $1.08. So your tax was 8 cents. Now Biden comes along, and now that product that you paid $1, you pay $2. So there's $1 in tax. And then instead of giving the state 8 cents, you give the state 16. So on the product that you used to pay $1.08, you now purchased and pay $1.08 in tax alone. Got it? There was never any crying for you at that time. Never. Only how well the Biden economy was working. It was blank. You didn't get anything out of it. Well, prices might go up now. Well, wait a minute. I'm not advocating prices go up, but I'm going to look at you in the camera and tell you what Trump is doing. Doge cutting cost. Interest rates coming down. All right? It's a whole mix. When you make soup, you got to have the right ingredients. Interest rates coming down. Doge cutting cost. Right? Taxes coming down. Tariffs, manufacture here. What you may see as a first sight of an increase, you're getting something for it. There's the old saying, what am I getting for my money? You're getting something for it. And at the same time, we have to try to fix the disaster that the Biden administration left this economy in. It wasn't real. You're getting something for this. America back. Period. Now go back to Biden. All these increases, inflation, interest rates through the roof, credit card interest through the roof, all the above. You didn't get anything for it. Nothing. So, number 71, a Senate vote to reverse Trump's tariffs on Canada is testing Republican support. It's not a bill. It's not a bill. It's a resolution that they're trying to pass to say we don't support tariffs with our friends in Canada. All right. Simple as that. Now, give me video 2.
It's a rebirth of a country because how we could have afforded to do what we did. We helped everybody and they don't help us. I really, the term I like best probably is the liberation of America. It's the liberation of this country because it's incredible. Look, we have 36 trillion in debt for a reason, and that accumulates over a long period of time. So I think what you're going to be seeing over the next couple of days will be very inspiring to a lot of people.
You're gonna see the minute they look, the UK. I showed you where Stammer, Prime Minister of UK, Sunday night was on the phone begging in tears, pleading with Trump, please don't do this. You're going to see come Wednesday and then come Thursday. Now, they might not report it, but you're going to see worldwide. I keep it on the news. You're going to see worldwide. They're going to start talking. Canada will collapse. Do I want Canada to collapse? No, I don't want Canada to collapse. Do I want Mexico to collapse? No, I got to say, no, I don't. All right. All right. Video 3.
A lot of people. They're reciprocal. So whatever they charge us, we charge them, but we're being nicer than they were. We have a lot of countries, friend and foe. I always say friend and foe, but the friend in many cases is worse than the foe. But we're going to be very nice. Relatively speaking, we're going to be very kind.
You know, don't take advantage of my kindness. And I'm kind. I'm a kind person. I'm nice. Don't take advantage of my kindness. Right? In most cases, friend is worse than foe. Friend is worse than foe. You will see. All right? Bottom line. Now, moving right along. I want to get this out here. Let me see what else I have. Make sure I'm not missing. We talked about the election. We talked about the tariffs. 62, we're coming up on TikTok Day. We call it TikTok Day, right? That's Saturday. We have that coming up. Around the world, let's tie a lot together. We're going to call this the Around the World because we're going to go to break and then we're going to come back. And I'm going to highlight the corruption in Georgia. I have heartburn. I haven't had heartburn in years. I haven't. I have not bought a roll of Rolaids or a big thing of Tums in years. And this thing has me in knots. I'm not sleeping. All right, anyhow. Number 3. China calls for fair and binding Ukraine deal. All right. Now, this is something you have to pay attention to because you're not going to see it anywhere else. Foreign Minister, whatever his name is, has said further efforts should focus on eliminating, big word, the root cause of the conflict. Now, if you read this article, if you see down there in the corner, there's a picture of Trump and Zelensky. Now, keep in mind, China's involved. Russia wants the root cause removed. China is not okay with the UK, France, or anyone putting troops in Ukraine. They're not. All right? But they want the root cause. So, number 4, I showed you this earlier. All right? China is ready to play a constructive role in the settlement of the conflict. I have told you all along, this has nothing to do with, well, it does, but it's not a direct Ukraine-Russia. This is also from Russian news site, so take it with a grain of salt. Number 6, Kiev loses almost 22,000 troops. All right? Mercenaries in March. 22,000. Trump wants to stop the killing. All right? Number 7, China and Russia. This is from the UK Telegraph. China and Russia are friends forever, says Beijing. They are showing up all of a sudden to let Russia know you're not going into these negotiations by yourself. We have your back. Oh, just can't make this up. Hold on a minute. I got to write some numbers down here. Number 11, while China diplomat is in Russia, China will not accept America First built on American bullying. They're nervous about it. Trust me, their economy will not. Number 12, Chinese foreign minister embarked on a 3-day official visit to Russia on Monday for talks with top Russian officials, including his Russian counterpart, Sergei Lavrov, I told you that, and President Putin. Wang outlined the current state of play in the world affairs. Ukraine peace deal must account for root causes of the crisis. That's Zelensky, I'm trying to tell you. So let's see if I have anything else on that. Make sure we're good. Now, let's go. Let me make sure. I'm almost finished here. Hang tight. We'll find it. Remember on Ukraine, number 35, the New York Times article I started working on yesterday on the show. So that is out there. Now, number 26. Now keep this in mind as we're going to wrap up here. In China, Taiwan is often referred to as Taiwan Province or Taiwan District, while the People's Republic of China views Taiwan as part of its territory, not a separate country. Okay? Chinese Taipei. So let's just be clear. China has never considered Taiwan anything more than a province. And you better be clear on that. It's not what side I'm on. China considers, that's why the Dalai Lama had to go through the back door at the White House. That's not a joke. He visited the White House. They had to take him around by the kitchen because China will not recognize the Dalai Lama and let him go through the front door of the White House. That's a fact, Jack. So before we say anything else, let's be totally clear. China considers this a province, and they are about to clear it up. Now, this all started, when I say started, this really ratcheted up during Barack Obama, all right, and Joe Biden's administration for 8 years, and then Joe Biden's administration. There was never a chance to solve this. The man-made islands, China built man-made islands while Obama watched, military islands in the South China Sea or whatever. So that being said, this is something else that Donald Trump's going to have to deal with, and how we deal with it, I mean, we're not 100%. So give me number 27. Pete Hegseth, they're trying to cause all these headaches. Pete Hegseth, remember, Okinawa, Japan, what do we have? I'm just throwing it out here. I don't have, what do we have, 55,000 troops over there? And not counting over in South Korea. So over on this island, we have thousands, and this island, we have thousands. Pete Hegseth says U.S. is making Japan a war-fighting base to deter China. During Japanese visit, Defense Secretary Hegseth vows strong alliance between the countries. During Indo-Pacific tour, Hegseth rallies Japan and Philippines. The Philippines, go look at this whole region, all right? So Hegseth goes to Japan, and we know why, right? We know why. Oh, I got to get to Marie Le Pen. But anyhow, so let's go to number 5. China Coast Guard ships patrol off Taiwan as part of a drill. All right? Give me number 9. This is over in Istanbul. China holds massive military drills around Taiwan as stern warning report. This is in the Taiwan News. Number 10, the Taiwan News. U.S. calls China's threats to Taiwan independence advocates reprehensible. All right? So, we've got a lot going on there, considering Taiwan and what's going on. Even our media, and I think I have it here. I don't know if I put it in here, but even our media made mention of it. And they usually don't do that. Let's see if I have something. Oh, here it is. Yes, even CNN. Number 57, China launches military exercises around Taiwan. Number 56, there's another one. And 55, that's CNN. And even MSNBC, here it is, MSNBC even mentioned it. Number 48, China launches large-scale drills around Taiwan. So the whole entire world is preparing you for number 26. Don't forget how China sees this whole situation. In China, Taiwan is often referred to as the Taiwan province or Taiwan district, while the People's Republic of China views Taiwan as part of its territory. End of story. That's the bottom line. Now, if you need to keep somebody off the ballot, number 24, Marie Le Pen, right? Marie Le Pen's guilty verdict is a political earthquake, but could boost the far right. She can't run for 5 years in France. Let's see, where did they try to put their political opponent in prison? Is that a new thing? Take people off the ballot, even in Georgia? Wow. All right. So let's take a break. When we return, it's time for the Georgia Hour. Oh, wait a minute. Before we go to break, could you call Debbie Dooley, Candace Taylor? Go ahead and call Josh. Who else? Call Sally Groves. Who else? We'll call them all. Tell them to join us in 5 minutes. Take a break.
When Truck Month is here, the Silverados disappear at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Pick your Silverado 1500 Crew Cab and save up to $12,500. And if you think the discount is big, wait till you see the selection. Come save up to $12,500 off Silverado 1500 Crew Cabs at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, We can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Welcome to the Georgia Hour. The Georgia Hour, where we discuss local legislation, upcoming politics, upcoming elections, everything Georgia, for approximately an hour each day. If you want to share this with your friends, we do upload the Georgia Hour to our Rumble channel. Go to Voice of Rural America. I get a lot of people say, I need a link. Well, go to Voice of Rural America on our Rumble channel. Look for the Georgia Hour and send it to your friends. All right, folks, the Georgia Hour with BKP on Voice of Rural America. So this is a difficult one because I'm very cautious to make sure. Let me just say this. I'm very cautious to make sure personal, because I don't care what you personally do. All right. I don't care. So I'm very cautious that in messages, personal things, family or rumor or whatever, I have no time for that. So I filter everything to make sure I'm not putting out anything negative, just pertaining to somebody personally, because that's not what the program. And then second, family. I watch that closely. And children. I don't want to pull children into anything. Now, some people out there, they put stuff out with their children or whatever, and that's up to them. So I scrutinize that. And wives or husbands. Really, they're not in it. I really don't do anything. But if the wife is part of the team and publicly says that, if the wife is, if they have a business where they do political consulting, then it goes together. So I'm going to give you a little bit of where we're going to be today. So we're going to talk about number 91, the team. Josh McCoon's team. Okay? We're going to talk about that, number 91. And there's Sally Grubbs, part of the team. All right? Now, Sally Grubbs has quickly made friends to the point that at a Marjorie Taylor Greene event, give me number 84 this past weekend, because Cobb County, Marjorie Taylor Greene has a part of Cobb County, that Josh, made his way, is that Mary Clarice Hathaway, the Cobb GOP chair, right? And then you have 85. It looks as though she's getting some counsel from the chairman this past weekend. Looks by the color of the jacket, they were all together, right? Looks like the very serious counsel that's being given by the chairman. So we're going to talk about that. Then we have number 79, right? Give me number 79. Now, this is Josh, and this is his wife, Jacqueline. Right? Jacqueline is a part of it. There you go. So we're going to talk about that today. Just so you know, number 101, putting it all together. We're going to talk about Debbie Doulis and oh, there's Sally again, part of the team. We're going to talk about that. Let's see, who else do we have? Remember yesterday, 102. This is Lisa Pierce, candidate for first vice chair of the Georgia Republican Party, that they took 9 days. Wait, can you go back to Sally? No, we'll go to that in a minute. But this is Lisa Pierce. Took 9 days to deny her application for first vice chair. It was in review, right? For 9 days. We're going to talk about that. Then we have 105. Give me 105. Now, this is quite a cast of characters because we're going to, let's see how many we're going to, of this. We're not going to talk about the Frosts today, although Katie Frost, the clone of, have you? Yes, I have. I don't want to say that. I almost said, have you ever seen the Frost that in the same room together? Whew, wow. Then you have Josh. Vicky Consiglio. Well, how nice. Then you have the Godzilla bullshit all hugged up with the narcissist. Then you have Caroline Jeffords. That's to the right of the Godzilla bullshit. Caroline Jeffords. We're going to talk about Caroline Jeffords. And there's Sally. So we're going to do that. And then number 81. Jaqueline Stembridge. Is that his name? Stembridge. Jaqueline Stembridge. He is running for Assistant Secretary of the Georgia Republican Party. He's 18 years old. I really enjoy this young man. He's a bright young man. Wait a minute. Who is he running against? So let's see. I think he's running against Caroline Jeffords. Right? Is he running against Caroline Jeffords? Why, I think he is. Then we're going to talk about, let's move that off. Then we're going to talk 104. I just want to throw this in here because I want Debbie to put out later how I make racist comments. There you go. That is Shelley Winters. And Shelley Winters is your black friend. Yes, didn't you like that? Oh, that's going to upset. Yes. He is the black friend at white parties. Maybe I should have never said that. I don't care. Anyhow, we'll talk about that. And how about this one, number 80? Remember Misha Maynard ran for she switched from Democrat to Republican, and there's Josh, Misha Maynard. All right, so that is every cast of characters that will be in our upcoming segment. So let's do this. Here you go. Now, the Georgia State Legislature is not in session today. Okay? They are, go ahead and take that down. They are not in session. What they are doing now under the Gold Dome, all right? What they're doing now under the Gold Dome is they are discussing what bills they're going to get across the finish line. There you go. So that's today. The Senate, they're all huddled up. The House, they're all huddled up. They're actually going to get together. They're wheeling, they're dealing behind closed doors. They might have cigars smoking. I don't know. I'm just saying that. But today is the day in the Georgia State Legislature under the Gold Dome that they are getting together to decide, because Friday is sine die, the last day of the Georgia State Legislature, midnight. So they're getting together and making wheeling, dealing behind closed doors what they're going to try to pass. That's one. Now, the second one, give me number 112. I've told you this several times today. This is a very disappointing 112, okay? All of you in America know about the Curling-Raffensperger case. Donna Curling versus Brad Raffensperger. We've waited for a year. No coincidence, folks, that this comes out right with a couple days left in the legislative session. No coincidence that this ruling comes out not before the 2024 election, when we could change the election system. No, not when we needed this, but this ruling comes out just days before Brad Raffensperger is trying to put a stop, the Secretary of State's office. Lawmakers are trying to pass new election rules that Donald Trump once passed. The decision on this, Judge Totenberg comes out with number 113. As plaintiffs do not have standing, the court lacks jurisdiction to consider the merits of the plaintiff's claim. This case is therefore dismissed, and the clerk is directed to close the case. It is so ordered this 31st day of March, Judge Totenberg. So I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. All right, we're going to take a break. All right, take a break right now. We're going to come back. And I don't want anything to get in our way. We're going to start with the treasurer. You know how, like Josh says, well, every election year, they start yelling that they want a forensic audit. Well, Josh, we have the tape. We have the tweet right after these messages.
When Truck Month is here, the Silverados disappear at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Pick your Silverado 1500 Crew Cab and save up to $12,500. And if you think the discount is big, wait till you see the selection. Come save up to $12,500 off Silverado 1500 Crew Cabs at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, When you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching the Georgia Hour. My number one goal, and I say number one, not 2, 3, 4, or 5, is the swamp, corruption, and anything I can do to highlight and see if we can't, not just the expression, drain the swamp, actually expose the corruption. Now, I'm a firm believer, I'll look you in the eye, that in Georgia, there are different levels of corruption, and you have to deal with everyone individually, okay? And the first one, if we go into 2026, I've had people call me and say, how do we get our party, our Republicans to act like Republicans, vote like Republicans? How do we get our lawmakers to listen to us? All right, I have been down that road with those phone calls over and over. The first step is to drain the Georgia GOP Inc. swamp. Now, this has nothing to do on what side you're on politically. If you're a little to the right, you're a little to the left of center. If you're in the center, if you're Republican, let's not have that argument. Corruption's corruption, period. Now, that being said, we have to drain this. If we will make these changes and make these moves, you're well on your way of changing and draining the swamp. If you make these moves, your candidates in 2026 for all constitutional offices in Georgia, for all state rep house seats, for state Senate seats, will all take notice. And this is your total turn to drain the swamp in Georgia and end the corruption. There you go. Now, we're going to start with this. So here is the current GOP chair, number 91. And I have told you that Josh McCoon will look you in the eye and lie to you. How do I know that? Because he's done it to me multiple times. Josh McCoon has looked me in the eye. Diane, can you go into yesterday, or is that something you can do? Can you go into yesterday and get me 35? All right. Get me 35 from yesterday and put it in the mix. Just put it up whenever you get it. So this is Josh McCoon, chairman. This is first vice chair candidate, Sally Grubbs. All right. All right. You see that right there? That would be your host. I'm wearing the hat. That would be Josh McCoon. That is Josh McCoon looking me in the eye and lying to me. So when I tell you he will look you in the eye and lie to you, there you go. Got it? I will tell you that whole story. That's one of several he has told. Now, take that down. So here you go. Here is Sally Grubbs. Now, what Josh is doing is building a team. All right? And he wants to. He has been said, multiple phone calls to have been heard, Josh saying, I don't want people. In fact, he said at a meeting, was it Cherokee County Republican Party, maybe? And then the other night in a phone interview, he said, sand in the gears. Some people want to throw sand in the gears. All right? Meaning he wants to make delegates obsolete. He does not want to respect the delegates who you choose. He does not want to work with who you choose and vote for. He does not want people in his way. Fact. All right? Now I'm going to show you this all. Well, I would say black and white, but that could be racist, and Debbie Dooley could clip that out and post it somewhere. But I'm going to show you. He has been heard saying that he is trying to, this is not a quote because it's come to me on several occasions, and now I'm able to put it together. He has been heard saying that he would like to build a team that will cooperate with him where he does not have people pulling against him. All right? Sally Grubbs, Caroline Jeffords, list goes on. I'm not going anywhere else this morning. He wants to build the team. Now, this could never happen again. What is that? Never happen again. The delegates chose him to be chair. I respect that. Delegates chose me to be first vice chair. The delegates chose David Cross to be second vice chair, right? On down the line. They have to stop that. They can't let that happen again. So he has to handpick his team and do whatever they need to do to eliminate anyone that won't play on the team. They don't care about the election. They don't care how it sounds, what kind of deals they have to make. They don't. It can't happen again. It never could happen again because I'm going to show you something, all right? Give me number... Oh, good morning, Diane. This is going to be quite an interesting morning. Give me number 103. Now, this is Lisa Pierce. Now, Sally, first vice chair, will not, they're running as a team. Now, here's Lisa Pierce. I showed you this yesterday. Running for first vice chair, we need change in the state. We need people who are really America first and who will push Trump's agenda on elections, hand-marked, hand-counted, on the day voting. We'll stop right there. Josh can't let that happen again because you are looking at that happening. They put a stop to me. They tried to put a stop to David Cross. They put a stop to Lisa Pierce, right? We need people who believe in transparency in all things that our Georgia GOP does not have an executive team that has true voice on the decision-making being made, right? While that is highlighting that the executive team, and the reason I'm going here, I'm going to show you something about the executive team. I'm going to highlight a fabrication or a little bit of a lie or an embellishment that Josh made, all right? Because it's even called out the treasurer now, right? So Lisa would like for the executive team to be involved, not Josh. No. We need to move as a united team. It comes clear, communicating and training. Let's see. We need people who will stand up against those calling themselves Republicans, but act quite the opposite. So Lisa Pierce is number 102. She is sand in the gears of the team, right? Sand in the gears of the team. So before I go, I want to show you this, all right? Before I go here, she can't be on the ballot. They've denied her. Alex Kaufman's denied her. She met all the requirements. They can't let her on the ballot. Pretty simple. Because Josh wants no one in the way. Now, my question, and we will be, this is going to be interesting. Give me 105. Now, if you look at the end of this picture, all right, the team, there's Josh. Next to John Fredericks in the red tie, in the long dress, next to Sally as the team member is Caroline Jeffords, right? Caroline Jeffords. Now, Caroline Jeffords is currently the secretary, wow, that's a stretch, of the Georgia Republican Party. So, I understand she is now, well, no, I don't understand. She is now running for assistant secretary. Caroline Jeffords, part of the team. Guess who's not part of the team? Number 81. Now, I'm going to be putting this in another segment also, 81. This young man is Jaquan Stembridge. He's running for assistant secretary of the Georgia Republican Party against Caroline Jeffords. You see, he's not part of the team. Josh doesn't want him on the team. That's right. Doesn't want him on the team. But Josh may be able to use him based on his youth and my opinion. I want to be very, very clear. Josh may be able to use him based on his youth and his skin color. I know, you didn't like it, but damn it, that's who I am. That's right. So Josh could probably use him based on much like number 80. They were benefiting, whether you like it or not, on using her for her skin color. I said it. There it is. It's going out. All right. Oh, wait a minute. When she moved Misha Maynard to the Republican Party from Democrat Party, I met her in Wisconsin. We'll talk about that. I don't know who paid for her trip. Wink, wink, wink. I don't know. But I went up to her and I asked her, I said, I'm first vice chair of the Georgia Republican Party. I'd like to talk to you. Can we have coffee? I will drive to you. She gave me her phone number in front of Jacqueline McCoon, gave me her phone number, all right, and said, call me. I want this to happen. I want to have coffee. So when we got back from Wisconsin, I got a text message from her. It said, great to meet you in Wisconsin. Just let me know when you want to get together. After that, she went blank. I couldn't get her. And then the way politics works, someone let me know that she was discouraged from someone from speaking to me. Wasn't a good idea to have coffee with me. There you go. So anyhow, the team. So Jaquan, I don't think he fits the team. Are they actually as bold and brazen enough to eliminate anyone that is not on their team? Because they don't respect the delegates. All right, so moving right along. Yesterday, so I'm on there, and I'm like, so I don't want to bring this up because I'm fair to people. I really am. I'm not going to bring someone into the conversation if they don't want to be in the conversation. But once you go public, so number 89. Now you ready? Josh McCoon will look you right in the eye and lie to you. Number 89. This is Lori McLean. Now, Lori McLean, she is the treasurer of the Georgia Republican Party. Because of the discussion going on, she stepped into the discussion, and this is what she put out. The Georgia GOP treasurer has virtually no role in oversighting or managing the party's finances. What? The treasurer? No. The treasurer? No. No role. Now, what the treasurer can do is the treasurer can see the overall spreadsheets. These are I understand. I don't want to get it wrong, but the overall spreadsheets, but not the itemized. Like if the Georgia GOP writes a check for if the Georgia GOP writes a check for the credit card bill this month, she can see that the credit card. Now, how do I know this? Because I was first vice chair of the Georgia Republican Party. And they kept me away from Vegas, didn't you guys? You kept me away from Charlie Kirk. You didn't want me going to Vegas and talking to Charlie Kirk, did you? But anyhow, so I know this, right? So she could see the credit card statement, but she can't see the receipts. So if the credit card is $5,000, whatever it may be, she cannot see the itemized restaurant, gas station, whatever it may be. She can't see it, period. And I know when she first took office, because I was in the conversations as the first vice chair, that she wanted to go in on Fridays, I think it was Friday, and sign the checks. And she was told no, she didn't need to do that. Okay, so I signed the campaign disclosure report, and I put together the most comprehensive treasurer's report I can when we have a meeting. The last meeting we had was August 2024. Let's see, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. 7 months ago. Now, you think the executive committee, state committee, you think you make the decisions? Who made all the decisions in those 7 months? The king, Josh. Who decided how much you spend? Who decided what contracts to sign? Who decided what to do next and what was best? The king, Josh. It's right there. I'm not saying it. August. I will be working on an update for the state committee meeting in Dalton. Now let's go to the audit. Whew, number 90. The last audit was done as of 12/31/2022. This is in writing. This is in writing. This is not me. This is the actual treasurer of the Georgia GOP, Inc. 2022? Now, wait a minute. A financial statement audit is of little value to us. An internal examination would be more value and less cost. So let me just show you this. So here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing, all right? Quit thinking that Josh McCoon, this nice guy, he's nice, right? And get right to the point. This is not me. It's never been about me. There's other people. Now, when Rebecca Yardley ran against Josh McCoon, she ran on a platform of a forensic audit for the Georgia GOP, Inc. And Josh went around and he went to places and he said, if we do that, it's going to scare the donors, one thing after another. We have the tape. He said it out loud, boom. But here's what he knows. He knows there was a lot of interest. He knows that he came this close to losing to Rebecca Yardley. He knows a lot of delegates that voted for Rebecca Yardley wanted that forensic audit. So what he could have done at his fingertips, because Lori McClain is not just the treasurer of the Georgia Republican Party, Inc. She's a professional, right? Professional. She is a CPA. In fact, she teaches on a college level. Josh has at his fingertips, part of the team, a CPA, right? He has someone that teaches on a professional level at colleges. Josh could have called Lori in and said, this is amazing that you're the treasurer. Because so many people out there in Georgia from the Georgia GOP, Inc. would just love to know our finances. And I think what's best is we can't pay for a forensic audit because that's a lot of money. But considering you have the qualifications, will you do a review? Will you doge this damn place? And we'll put out a report and look transparent and be transparent? Hell no, he didn't. Hell no. In fact, it bothered him that she wanted to see. If you think you're going to get to see a damn thing from the Georgia GOP, Inc., from Josh damn McCoon, you've lost your damn mind. These are facts. I'm not making it up. Sorry, Debbie. I didn't want to upset you. Or Candace. I just read, I know this, but you know what? I was not coming on the program and doing this. I was not going to do this. But when this person goes out there and puts it in public, right? Now, listen to Josh McCoon's bullshit. Video 14. Listen to video 14.
Out other than to say, with regard to party finances, we have had the same process in terms of how the party finances have been dealt with for 15 years. This was an issue 2 years ago. People were saying there should be a forensic audit of the party and everything else. At my first state executive committee meeting, I said, I want a show of hands. Is there anybody in this room that wants us to conduct a forensic audit? Not a single hand went up. This is an election trick that people talk about every 2 years. We post every transaction that we make. When you talk about money in, money out, we're subject to multiple regulatory authorities. And of course, the treasurer signs off on each and every report. And she's not going to risk to Mr. Cross's point, her CPA license over a campaign finance filing for the Georgia Republican Party. So we are good stewards of the resources that we are given, and we've worked very hard to get the kind of results that I think we can all be proud of. So I would also say I'm available to you.
All right, let's unpack all those lies because there's so many of them. I don't know if we have time to get through them. Okay? Let's unpack them one at a time. Same system for 15 years. Josh, maybe that's more the reason we should look. Okay. First state executive committee meeting. So let's cover that, right? Let's cover that. Josh stood up in front of the room. I was there on the front row. And he stood up in front of the room. And what he does is he puts fear, right? Like, I have lemonade, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put poison in the lemonade. Now, how many of you want lemonade knowing there's poison in it? So what he did is the election's over. Now, there's a couple things. The election's over. He's chairman. We have a state executive meeting. We're in the room, right? We're in the room. He's the new chairman, and we're not going to. If you say yes, I want a forensic audit, then that basically validates Rebecca Yardley, and the arguments he made on the campaign trail are null and void. So Josh was not going to let us have an audit. That's number one. So let's tell the truth on that. Two, just like the campaign trail, Josh told all of us. I'll look you in the eye because he can't. Josh told all of us what it would do, all right, what it would do, the donors. How many times did we hear if the donors during this crucial time, when we're trying to raise money, defend David Schaefer, Sean Still, and Kathy Latham, that if the donors find out we may have internal financial problems and we do an audit, we just will end any chance of fundraising. Now, by the show of hands, would you like to do an audit? Okay. Now, see, if we don't have enough money, Kathy Latham can go to prison. By a show of hands, do you want an audit? He's full of shit. Josh McCoon's just flat out full of shit, okay? Bottom line. But he's smooth shit. Now, I give him that. I shouldn't have said that. Backing up, okay? Now, let's go to the second line, all right? It's an election trick. We'll go there in a minute. Treasurer won't risk. Treasurer won't risk. You need to understand. Our treasurer's a CPA. She signs documents all the time validating. She has to sign a report. That is a fact. She has to sign a report. But he uses Lori McLean as his back. She won't risk. She wouldn't risk her CPA license. She wouldn't risk it. I'll use her. Okay, and I'll get to Cross's point, because Cross, we won't risk this. Lori McLean would never risk this. We do money in, money out. It's that simple. Our accounting process, we bring $100 in, we spend it, we give you a report, okay? It's an election trick. Let me tell you what an election trick is. It's called Josh McCoon. Well, anyhow, now let's get to this point. Good stewards of the money. Give me 91. I don't want Lori's up there any longer. I want them to see the corruption, or what I consider corruption, because God knows. All right. Now look at that. Smooth shit McCoon. All right. Now, let me explain good steward. Now, could somebody call Katie Frost? Because I understand on those Signal chats that I'm not in, she's made some comments, like maybe that I would sign a check. So let's get Katie Frost on this, okay? Because I know Katie Frost is concerned. And I know Debbie Dooley and Candace Taylor, when he says good steward, I know you listened up. Your ears perked up, right? This guy sent out two campaign flyers, All right? 2 campaign flyers. Probably 30,000 a flyer, highlighting his amazing accomplishments. So it may be, I don't know, we haven't seen the bills, but several $1,000s he sent out under the guise of an update. Now, for 2 years in the campaign, in office, the whole entire time, I didn't see any of these flyers mailed out, but just like that. But then again, that's politics, right? Now, the good steward, if it comes in any day now, great. But the government or these flim-flam or these scam artists, Katie Frost, listen close. They're called employee retention programs. So Josh picks up the phone. I'm going to alter this just a little bit for maybe just to have some fun. India, wow. Well, no, I better not, because that's not fair to people in India. Well, anyhow, Bangladesh, I don't give a crap. Yes. So what you're telling me, I send you $18,000. That's what you're telling me. You're telling me I possibly could parlay that. I could do like a Vegas thing, put a black marker for 18 grand on a chip, on a number. So you're telling me 18 could get me 100? Sign me up. Where do I send the check? Now, if they refund the money or he gets the $100,000, I will come and look at the camera and say, man, did he make a great decision. But I understand this is almost a year ago, maybe, right? He wrote a check for $18,000, my understanding. Okay, ask the treasurer, I don't know. For what they call an employee retention program, claiming he would get $100,000 back. He hasn't even received the 18 back. Could you tell me if he got that? Because here's the thing. He just told you on the video, why, Louis McLean's a CPA. Well, dumbass, why didn't you call the CPA that deals with this every single day with clients and say, hey, Lori, I just got off the phone with these people saying if I give them 18 grand, you are the treasurer of the Georgia GOP, Inc., and you are a CPA, and you do teach this on a college level. Could you advise me? Because I'm an attorney, and I work for the state of Georgia. This is not my wheelhouse. No, he didn't ask her. Good steward of the money? And this is an election trick? No, damn it, it's not an election trick. It's not. It is high time we find out where every damn dollar that came in and every damn dollar that went out. High time, as they say. It needs to stop. This corruption must stop immediately. Period. Election trick. Good steward of your money. Oh, yeah, there was a message like, well, if Brian Pritchard's in there, he may sign a check. I didn't sign one for 18 grand, damn it, and send it out the window, flush it down the commode. Now, moving right along. So, let's continue. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go with this one here, number 79. Now, Josh McCoon, and I don't have time for this. We're going to do it tomorrow, all right? He's building a team. Now, team one is Jacqueline McCoon. Now, Jacqueline, right? Serenity now, serenity now. This is Josh's wife. I am not trying to be ugly about a spouse, but, okay, Jacqueline worked as a volunteer for the Georgia Republican Party. Now, Jacqueline has, I don't know if she continues to have, so I'm not real fond of the author, and we will get back into this tomorrow. But you see, number 74, right? And the McCoon's ties. Now, I'm not a Jason Shepard fan. He has written attack articles on me, so I want to be careful. This is not a... But the McCoon's ties to George Soros. Interesting. Now, we're going to show you the article tomorrow. Give me number 76. And in here, you can see Georgia Next, Inc. Political client's party is Democrat. All right. Let's see. You see the person giving money, Constituent Connect LLC. So who is Constituent Connect LLC? And Stacey Abrams giving money. And here you go, number 77. Or working for. Anyhow, I'll get this correct tomorrow. I want to make sure it's correct. But you can see 77. You can see Constituents Connect LLC. Constituents Connect LLC, right? You will see tomorrow. So that, I understand, is Jacqueline McCoon's company back to 79. So here's what I'm getting ready to show you, and we're going to highlight this in real detail tomorrow. This is going to be the long section tomorrow. So when she got elected, I told you, I went down there and I said, whose office is that? And she had her own office, okay? Now, this is a brief, and I'm going to lay all this out tomorrow for you. Give me number 73. And this is a Josh McCoon. This is on November 8th, 2024. And this is a embrace with him and his significant other. I will say more over the weekend, but I cannot thank my wife, Jacqueline, enough for being my partner in this 17-month journey, right? From our state convention, we all remember her coming out and speaking convention in June 2023 to election night. The part-time volunteer, as he puts in the quotes, the part-time volunteer, things would not have been possible to do without her. She went to the Georgia Republican Party offices when I had to go to work. She ran the Georgia Republican Party when the damn guy got elected. I know it. Why do you think they had to get rid of my ass? I got a list a mile long. Get rid of BKP's ass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Check off the boxes. Okay. She went to the Georgia Republican Party. I asked him. I called him up and said, why does she have an office? Because people were calling me saying, why is Jacqueline McCoon working? She's a volunteer. She was the driving force and chief event planner for our Free American concert, prayer event, Chairman's Dinner, Liberty Ball, Lincoln Dinner. Thank you to the First Responders Night, our 2024 state convention. She did the whole state convention, not the whole. I'll get in trouble for that. And our election night party this week. She handled that. Free of charge, just a volunteer, just happy to be here. So, now, as it's getting close to 11, this lady here, number 80, her name is Misha Maynard. She is a Democrat. Now, if you see Josh smile, that's one thing. You should see Josh angry. Oh, I have been on the receiving end. Makes him very angry. Okay, he's an angry. He can be angry. So here's number 80. Now, this is Misha Maynard. She's a nice lady. I have nothing against Misha in this story. Nothing at all. She's a nice lady. She moved from a Democrat to Republican, right, in a very Democrat district. So when she moves and announces she's a Republican, I had so many under the Gold Dome call me and say, well, she's done. She'll never get elected again. This was all a stunt. I heard all of that, right? But let me tell you what I also heard. Now, this is Josh McCoon. He runs down there. I heard this, and I've asked. But I heard that she was Jacqueline McCoon's client. Now, that's what I heard. Heard it from several, that she was Jacqueline McCoon's client. That's what I heard. So we go out, give me number 79. We go out to Wisconsin, right? We're in Wisconsin. Now, she's a state representative, and Jacqueline and Josh are out in Wisconsin. They're both there. And so Misha Maynard shows up. So I'm standing there. Some others are standing there. And Josh, I'm talking to Josh. And Misha shows up with Jacqueline. Now, they were together at all times, Jacqueline and Misha. Now, I don't know. Just say. Almost like Jacqueline was showing her around. Well, tomorrow we'll get more into that, right? But I was told several times that was Jacqueline's client. Now, I don't know that. But I'm going to end with this today. All right, because it's 1 minute up. The Georgia GOP, Inc. should participate in all the possible elections they can for Republican candidates. That's our job. Republican candidates. Not to pick and choose Republican candidates, right? Now, they flew Misha Maynard out to, or Misha Maynard was there. She flew there. Who paid the bill? But she goes there. They took her everywhere, showed her off, like, look at my shiny new penny. I'm not being disrespectful to Misha Maynard, all right? She's a woman. She's black. She's Republican. Wow, look what we found. Just saying. I was there. So they spent all this time highlighting her, knowing she was in a district. It was done, finished, over. Now, if we go into 2026 and you think for 1 minute, that Josh McCoon will support your candidacy, or if he's the man. Now, the limelight, is that what they call it? The big attraction, the big circus tent is U.S. Senate. So if you think you're in a state house race and Josh has time for you, why, hell no. So this is Julie Allen. And I told Julie, I said, you know, I'm going to 86, all right? So I said, you know, Julie, I'm going to put this up. So I was asked by others to run for Georgia GOP Executive Committee, but God has a different plan. Thank you for stepping up in obedience, Lisa Pierce. I didn't step into politics for power or ego. I was asked by others and called by God to speak the truth. All right. Josh, now listen, I'm going to show you. All right. Josh tried to wound me in a tweet saying publicly this. He did. All right. I wish we could have done more to assist you in your state house campaign, which seems to be the source of your ugly personal animus towards me. Now, Josh did that. It's out there, okay? The irony, I reached out 3 times after the GOP convention. I reached out after the convention. Calls, texts, emails, no response. He invited the conversation, then ignored it. I moved on. Josh's words and deeds don't reflect his leadership. So she is letting you know that she tried to get help. She tried to get help, right? In her race. So here is her race, right? Josh totally ignored her. If you think he is the guy for 2026, so here is 88. Now, number 88. Now, Julie Allen, she's beat. All right, she gets beat by Stacey Evans handily. I get that, right? But she receives 6,755 votes, right? Can't get Josh on the phone. Can't get any GOP support. Josh is busy. Now, here is give me number 56. See, she gets 6755. Here's House District 56. Misha Maynard, right? 87. I'm sorry, 87. Misha Maynard gets 3,722 votes. They knew this all along. 3,722. Basically, Julie doubles the vote. Can't get Josh to do anything, but number 80, Josh immediately got in behind Misha Maynard, knowing the whole time this guy's a politician. His life is a political career. He knows the day he's standing there with her, this is all a stunt. He knows that. Every bit of it. The wife, number 79, she knows it's a stunt, right? She knows it's a stunt. Jacqueline McCoon, they all know it. But yet, Misha Maynard's in Wisconsin, being shown off everywhere at the RNC, the national RNC meeting. They take Misha, show her to everyone. Interesting. So this is one of many we're going to talk about tomorrow. Give me number 107. I don't have enough time. We're going to continue this tomorrow. So 107, they work behind the scenes. He's trying to put his team together. He does not care about the delegates. I will say that. He is trying to work. Did I send 107 over? Because if I didn't, let me know. Because I just want 107, and then I think I'll go to 81. And after that, I mean, did I send it? Just tell me so I can move on if I didn't send it.
You did, but I didn't realize it.
Oh, all right. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. Okay, I really didn't. I was just going to move on if I didn't, because I do understand. Okay. Now, so 107 when she gets it. I'm sorry, folks. I sent her. You see 100 and some pictures. This is on tomorrow's episode of the Swamp Creatures at the Georgia GOP Inc. And then we're going to tomorrow. He wants to see Debbie and two people. So this is Debbie Dooley, Sally Grubbs, and Caroline Jeffords. CJ is Caroline Jeffords. You can see on the bottom that's Caroline. All right, Sally Grubbs, Sally, and Debbie Dooley. That is in tomorrow's episode of the Swamp Creatures in the Georgia GOP Inc. Now, Caroline Jeffords is running for assistant secretary of the party. 81, Jaquan Stembridge. He's not a member of their team, but he could be useful. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. Let's see what else we have. Give me 100. Oh, I know, Diane, you're going to shoot me. Give me 100. Okay. And 100. As you can see, first vice chair, Sally Grubbs, Alice Olenek. Now you see all the way down, Assistant Secretary at the bottom, Carolina Jeffords and Jaquan Stembridge. Jaquan, you are not on Josh's team, and if you think he respects the delegates. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. And give me number, we got to close with this. I know she's sitting there like, oh, well, good. He's not going to do that today. Well, maybe I don't have it. Do I have it? Or you telling me I don't have it? Hold on. There's got to be in
34.
here. Yes, Diane, 34. I feel like I'm calling bingo. Debbie Dooley. Dirty deeds done dirt cheap. Debbie Dooley. Debbie Dooley. Part of the swamp. Like, I think she's how they had the crypt keeper? Remember the crypt keeper? I think she's the Georgia GOP Inc. swamp keeper. She's the swamp thing. Swamp thing, Debbie Dooley. See you tomorrow, 8 a.m., if I'm available.